So there it is, hashtag Confluence Con, and the app, Topi. If you don't use Twitter, you can download the app, you can see the Twitter stream in there, and today we have a slight change of a lineup. One of our speakers got stuck in Seattle, Kevin, so we won't be hearing from him. Instead, we'll be putting together a panel on social and content. So any questions that you have on social and content, and that panel will be Casey, Cornett, Ian Laurie, Perna Vaji, and possibly Mike King, we're not sure yet. And I forget who else, but anyway, it's going to be a really good panel. Oh, Dana, hopefully, from yesterday you will all remember. You probably may have seen this quote of hers. Quite a conference here, Confluence Con, so friendly with the thigh squeezes. It made me feel all warm inside. Is Dana here yet this morning? So if you are, I'm going to come down there and give you a horsey bite. Where are you? I guess not. Oh, that's a shame. I'll have to wait. I don't know if you guys made it to Fassler Hall. Some folks, they put their lederhosen on, and they came out, and we had a wild time. Actually, this is actually taken in Oktoberfest in Germany. It was kind of more like this was what actually happened. But we have our winners for the hashtag COKC competition, which was hashtag COKC, hashtag ConfluenceCon. Our runner-up prize goes to Danica Jones for this, which to me, I don't choose the prizes. This is utterly baffling to me. It's like some sect or something. I don't know what's going on. Hashtag COKC, hashtag Illuminati, hashtag Jay-Z. Make of it what you will, but apparently the person who chooses these prizes loved this. I think it's something to do with the Devon Tower is an odd shape, and Jay-Z is an odd guy. I don't know. Anyway, Richard Brown is the overall winner. Oh, we need to put those lights down a little bit so we can see this. There's a lovely group photo here. Oh, even so, you can't see it very well, but yes, it's people. It's really a terrible photo when you put it up like this. It's a great photo, though. But Richard won. He's an artist, and he's a tennis ball whacker. Richard, are you here yet?
No, he's at work.
He's at work? Oh, man, this is work. Oh, 9:30, okay. Well, he's going to win that golden selfie stick. Actually, he's going to get a choice between $200 of local attraction events or a golden selfie stick, which is worth $30. He can choose.
Can I accept this prize for him?
You can, yeah. Kyle Elrod will have it. Oh, I have the golden selfie stick, in fact. I feel a little bit like Harry Potter. Okay, here we go, sir.
I'm sure that he gets this.
You're a Gryffindor. Okay, we have another competition today. You guys, I don't know if you know this, but you're a democracy. And you have two parties. The Republicans, there are a lot of them apparently, tons, and the Democrats, there are fewer. But it's all good choices in politics, especially in America. The cream rises up. You guys, only the finest Americans get to try and become the president. And so we're going to do a competition. We're going to get a little bit political. So the two things in red are the things you need to know, and ConfluenceCon will, at ConfluenceCon, our Twitter, will tweet out one of these. Somebody will come up with one really quickly, and it'll be great. But this is mine. At Real Donald Trump, hashtag slogan should be, Make America Great Again. And I misspelled great, right? Like a cheese grater. At News Radio KTOK, who are one of our sponsors today. So they'll be choosing the best alternative campaign slogan for one of these wonderful people from one of these two parties. Puts me in mind of a quote that I heard by Joseph Stalin, which is, I don't see what's so great about American democracy. You only have one more party than we do. And the prize is $25 worth of T-shirts, which is one T-shirt, but your choice of T-shirt, from Tree and Leaf, which is a T-shirt company just a few doors down that way, and that'll be great. You'll get some OKC gear. They're really cool T-shirts. Tonight, we have drinks at the Lyric in the back. As soon as you finish, you'll filter out and there'll be alcohol ready for you, or soft drinks, and we can hang out and chat. I'll be changing down there and I'll be coming out like a new man, and then afterwards it's live on the plaza between 7 and 11, which is like one of my favorite things to do in Oklahoma City, so come to that. Announcements. Ooh, I didn't really prepare for this. The AC's back on, and yeah, it was a bit hot, wasn't it? And that's it. Okay, so Confluence used to be, last year and the previous year, a conference for bloggers and digital influencers. Okay, it's a bit different this year. It was $49 and it was on a Saturday. And we were trying to figure out if there really was a need for a digital marketing conference. We were trying to make it as broad as possible so that, you know, lots of people might be interested in it. So this year we did something a bit different, and we've changed it to the complete digital marketing conference. We made those personas I told you about yesterday, those buckets. I misspoke. One of them, the final one, was a marketing or communications specialist level. So somebody who's doing the dirty work of marketing or communications. And yes, like nearly all of you are in that, one of those three buckets I was telling you about. And we went Thursday, Friday, and we trebled the price, didn't we? You guys, oh, I bet that's hurting your wallets. But it's still $150. I mean, it's... okay, so this is, every year we survey the audience. And I thought this was interesting. I thought you might be interested. And this is the survey from SurveyMonkey, and 32 people responded to this question: would you like Confluence 2015 talks to highlight actionable digital marketing tips and tactics, more like a professional marketing conference? 56% said yes. Interesting and inspirational stories from local talent, less like a professional marketing conference, only 12%. You didn't want that. Keep it how it is, 31%, that's great. But overall, you said actionable digital marketing tips and tactics. Again, even though we made it even more actionable, well, we think we did. But there's a problem with that, right? Well, you're on a Saturday, and no professional wants to come and talk to an audience on a Saturday. So you don't know what you want, because you also said, would you be more likely to attend Confluence 2015 if it was a two-day conference on a Thursday and Friday? Only 3% of you, one person, said, yes, I'd like to attend Confluence if it was on a Thursday and a Friday. You have no idea, because last year we had 62% of this audience was full, and this year we sold out 100%. Where's that one person? Do you feel vindicated? Are you like, I told you guys, Thursday and Friday. So what happened was, we basically had to completely turn over our audience. There are Lily Beth and Marek Cornett, who I was having dinner with last night, the speaker's dinner, wife to Casey Cornett, are two of the only, there's a small group of folks who've basically been with Confluence since the beginning. Last year, the red lines are the way that people found out about Confluence last year. And the white lines are how they found out about it this year. We had about half, I managed to figure about half to 75% of the audience how you found out about us, right? And last year, recommendations was 51%. 51% of the audience came from, like, somebody said that it was cool and I should attend. And this year, only 31% said that. So either last year we had a shitty conference, maybe. Sorry about the language. I'll try and be better. Either last year we had a bad conference, which is quite possible. I don't think it was, but... or it's just, they were like, oh, a Thursday and Friday event, I would never recommend that to anybody. And then also, if you see attended before, we went from 11% to 2%. So last year, they liked it. Oh, okay. So it's just a different audience. We had to turn it over. And also, all the different ways that we were getting people changed. Like, everything worked less well this year that we were doing last year. But that was more than made up for by this one here, boss. So there are 13% of the audience here were told to come by their boss. Sorry, guys. Can you stick your hand up if you were sort of ordered to come here? Oh, man. Yeah, there you are. You poor schlubs. So you were coerced. I hope it was worth it. And then the marketing clubs and events. I just want to take a moment to say the conversation about digital marketing continues after this event. This event is one event in the year. We have various other things going on in Oklahoma City you should know about. You should know about OKC Social, who are a sponsor of this event, a social media marketing club and club for marketers. They meet every month, they have speakers come in, and that's a great resource. There's a thing in your bags about it. Add to OKC, Young Professionals and Advertising. Ad Club, OKC Ad Club. Big Wing do a thing called the Lift Sessions, which every month downtown in the Oklahomans building, there's a 50-seat auditorium, and we have local marketers come in. Dan Lovejoy did a piece on UX there a couple of months ago. So that kind of stuff. And there are others as well. But don't think that you're off the hook. Now you attended Confluence, you don't have to think about digital marketing all year. Join one of these and attend. Native advertising. This is new. I've actually been... Yay, ooh, all right. I'm really curious as to why somebody is woohooing native advertising. Obviously not a journalist. Okay, well anyway, I won't dive into that any further. They don't want to raise their hand, so they're obviously... native advertising, 10%. So, I've been privileged to help the Oklahoman launch their native advertising product along with Michaela Marks-Wheatley, who is the editor of the native advertising desk at the Oklahoman. And basically, it's a bit like advertorials in the old days. Only we don't call them advertorials anymore because that is not fashionable. We call it native advertising. And it is, we have data to back up that it's pretty effective. So Michaela's going to talk to you about that, and it's kind of an exciting thing that's happening in the world of internet marketing. And then email. We started to get serious about email, and email marketing is really important, I think. And we don't have anything for you on email marketing today. We had a lift session last month about it, but you should look into email if you haven't already. I wanted to mention that that data, however, it's not skewed so much as that it's one-sided. It's what was your last point of contact before you decided to come to Confluence. And that is not the real world. This is Moz, they're a digital marketing tool set. They say that 7.5 visits before somebody gets a free trial. That's how many times somebody visits the website on average before they decide finally to have a free trial. So I want to remind you all that even in this world of data where I can say, oh, you came from your boss, there's a pretty good chance that it went more like this. Your boss read the newspaper and there was a native advertisement. Then he saw a tweet and he drove past a billboard, and then somebody mentioned it to him in a coffee shop and he looked over and there was a poster, and then he got to work and the person and you went to Ad Club and you'd heard about it through Ad Club, and the two of you spoke and you said, yeah, that's a good idea. And then you came to our forum and you told me, my boss told me to come. Doesn't represent the complexity of the buying decision and all that branding that went on in your brain. But we're doing something right? Because I got this email the other day. Hello, there are 4 of us from Company X that would like to attend if you have any cancellations. Yeah, this wasn't a British person. I should do an American accent, shouldn't I? I'm not going to. We will send one person if there is only one opening. We are ready to pay immediately. I hope to hear from you. I will call tomorrow morning too. Thanks. Desperation. You people you don't know how lucky you are. I've had people trying to call in personal favors. I'm like, no. I said, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you, mother. So this is a breakdown of the audience. I looked at every single one of you. I looked you up on LinkedIn. You may have noticed, right? And I looked at what you do. You are 32% from agencies, 68% in-house. That's a bit different from most digital marketing conferences. You are more like prospects for digital marketing agencies who often send speakers. That's interesting. to me, you are 53% not specialists. Specialists, you're awesome. You get the job done. That's great. You other folks, you have the money and sign the checks. That's really great too. Managers, directors, executives, owners. This is a pretty high-powered audience, I got to say, and this is where you come from. Marketing and communications industry, well, that's our agencies and a few others. Education, 15%. Will you stick your hand up if you're in the education field? Look at you. Wow, that's more than 15%. OU, UCO, OSU, we've got Meridian Tech, we've got Francis Tuttle, we've got lots of people who are in education here. Media, health and medicine, government, other, 27%. A lot of different others. And this is what happened to our audience. In 2014, our digital influencers had a lot more influence, sorry, on Twitter. Right? Is that important? Maybe. 1,329 average follower count. 790. A lot of you don't even have Twitter accounts, which is fine. Go get a Twitter account, please. But look at what happened to your salaries. Well, it nearly doubled. This data is entirely made up, by the way, just this one. I don't know what your salaries are. I don't know how. Maybe it could be calculated, but I don't know how. Does anybody earn more than $72,000 in the audience? You can stick your hand up, raise your hand. Nobody? Oh, okay, that's a surprise. I wanted to let you know that we have an attendees list. I'm going way over, but confluencecon.com/attendees. Every year we put every single attendee of this conference, without your permission, online. Up here you can go contact 2015 attendees, and we say who you are, if you gave us a website, if you gave us a Twitter handle, and how many followers you have if you gave us a Twitter handle. So you can go on there and you can see, oh, look at this. Oh, I hear the tap, tap, tap of keyboard. You can go, oh, look at this. I work for OSU and OU are here. I'll avoid them. And stuff like that. You know, you can make decisions about who you want to network with, because that's super important here. Half of the value of what you're paying for at Confluence is the fact that you get to sit in this wonderful audience who may, in some kind of made-up world, earn $73,000 on average. So that's all I had for you about us and Confluence and what you're doing here today. I want to tell you a little bit more about our speakers. Today we have a great lineup of speakers, just as good as yesterday. Is that good enough? Just as good as yesterday. Just as good as yesterday? Whoa! Ah! It's going to melt my brain if I have to do that twice. Mike King is about to come out. Yeah, that's right. And later we have Scott Klosowski, Purnavaji. We have lots of amazing speakers talking about social media and branding and PR and technical marketing. So Mike King, he is one of my favorite. I can speak English. One time I was in a homeland and somebody said, "Where are you from?" I said, "England." And they said, "Oh, do they speak English in England?" And I said, "Yes."